Welcome to the Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Hopefully my camera's not too low. It looks like it's a little bit. That's okay. Screw it. Spitter Swallow Beer Review. No Jammer. He was supposed to be with me this morning, but he came back from his trip, I think Saturday or Sunday from Europe, and he caught some type of flu. Probably the same thing that the Pope has, I think. That's what I could think of. He was in Vatican. He felt fine. As soon as he gets home, he feels sick. So I'm praying for him and give him your prayers. I'm drinking Ayinger Jahrhundert Bier. Jahrhundert Beer. I probably pronounced it all wrong. It's a European Dortmunder export lager, 89 on Beer Advocate, 5.5% ABV. First brewed in 1978 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the brewery Ayinger, which was 1878. Golden yellow color with slightly flowery yeast, honeyish aroma, tastes a little spicy, full body. An initial taste mild before swallowing and soft with a refined sparkle and fades, a well-balanced hint of bitterness. It is an especially drinkable and harmonious beer. Conrad Seidl, known as the Austrian Pope of beers, speaking of popes, on the Jahrhundert beer, it is a malty beer that pronounces the precious earthy quality of malted barley. Well, let's get into this one. I was hoping Jammer would be here, but he wasn't chatting too much today. Between work and up until like 15 minutes ago, he told me he wasn't getting on. I've been waiting for like 2 hours. I've been ready, actually. I had the video set up. I just had to go back in and edit and add his beer. I already had this beer added on. I wish he would have told me earlier. I would have started a long time ago because my night time is at noon. And it's almost 10 right now, so that's fine. I give it a little bit too heavy of a pour. Dortmunder, of course, as you can see under my name, I got the dab. No problem. The Dortmunder is originally from, is that the town of Dortmunder, I think? It's a Dortmunder export, European style export. Malt forward flavor and sweetness of a German style Helles, but the bitter base of a German style Pilsner. So it's like a Helles and a Pilsner combined. Lager is all about balance with medium hop character and firm but low malt sweetness. And Dab is the original Dortmunder. I believe the name of the brewery is actually Dortmunder Austrian brewery. Dortmunder, I guess Actien. I'm not sure if that means action in German or not, but so that's the original Dortmunder. They say a lot of American companies that try to make Dortmunders can't get it right. Supposedly, was that Great Lakes Brewing has a Dortmunder that a lot of people like, so I'm not sure if that's. I wish we got Great Lakes Brewing down here in the South. That'd be great. But let's get into this one. Yeah, nice golden, kind of a honey-looking amber, a little bit. Golden honey amber, head's nice and frothy. Big head Todd in the monsters. Let's get that over there. There's the beer. Bottle doesn't really say anything. It does say on the back, crisp golden, well balanced. Can't read. Ayinger, blah blah blah. Right. Could have got my magnifying glass. That's why she gives one of those magnifying things. I got one actually downstairs. I'm going to use it on all the beers from now on. I won't have to worry about getting my glasses on because I'd have to take these off. These don't fit over my reading glasses too well. Yeah, look at that though. Big head. Almost a 3-finger head pretty much. Frothy on top. Gold. A little haziness to it. Some bubbles coming up. A couple bubbles actually sticking on the glass. Not too many. A lot of bubbles going up though. Looks pretty good. Sweet, malty. Maybe a slight, like floral, grassy hop in there. It does maybe even a hint of honey in there, actually. Let's do it. I'm ready for this one. Cheers. I hope Jammer feels better. Yeah, it is a little slightly earthy, honey, a maltiness to it. sweet maltiness, yeah. Slight floral, grassy hoppiness in there. I've only had a few Dortmunders. Offhand, I know I did the Shiner one way back. I don't even think they make that anymore. It was called, the hell was it called? I can't remember now. It was back in like 2013. But we did the Dab. I think we did the Hansa Export. I think we did both versions of Dab. They got Dab Original, which is a Dortmunder, and the other Dab is a Dortmunder also. I think it's called Dab Original and Dab Export, I think is the other one. Yeah, but they're both Dortmunder beers. So pretty good. I think the Dab and there's one other Dortmunder we did. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. I guess that malty sweetness is what's throwing me off a little bit because you are getting a little bit of a Hell's and a Pilsner in there, but the malty sweetness and the honey, you don't get honey in a Hell's or a Pilsner, at least most Hell's or Pilsners I drink. It's not overwhelming honey, it's just a slight honey sweet taste in there. It's pretty good though. It's easy to drink. Sweet, malty. Not overly sweet though. It's just a mild, like honey sweetness. But my stomach growling like crazy. I just ate like an hour and a half ago. Maybe my stomach's empty already. I was happy to have beer. Just that beer going to my esophagus, and my esophagus all the way down to my tummy are regurgitating in joy. Pretty good, pretty good. I was really excited to see Jammer back on here because he hasn't been on here in like over 2 weeks, I think. Maybe about 2 weeks. But I was excited to see what kind of beers, if he brought any back from Europe or whatever he might still have from his last beer shopping trip, from a month ago. Oh well, Jammer's loss. Yeah, there's 2 different reasons why Jammer couldn't get on today. So even if he wasn't sick, he couldn't get on because, people change schedules and stuff too. So, yeah, I'm glad it's just Shag Dog and the beer. Pretty good. I have about 4 more beers set up to go, ready to go. 5 beers total. I'm not sure if I'm going to drink all of them now that Jammer's not going to be here. So I might only do 2 or 3. We'll see. I'll save maybe 2 of them for next time. But his beer. Oh, I still got more in the bottle. I better pour that out. Yeah, it almost fills the glass right back up. Right back to where we started. That's about, I'm going to say a 17.9 ounce bottle or something. Maybe more. 1 pint. Yeah, 1 pint, 0.9. Yeah, so 16. A pint, 0.9. That's 16.9, right? 1 pint and 0.9 floor ounces. So yeah, that's 16.9 ounces, almost 17 ounces. If my Jammer math is correct. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I was excited to have some company doing some beer review. Yeah, sometimes I do like doing beer reviews by myself, but if I was knowing I was gonna do them by myself, I would have done them yesterday. I waited for today, but that's okay. We'll find something to talk about, right? Any news? I haven't been watching the news lately. I know China and Trump got some deal, but the tariffs are still going into effect, so prices still might go up more or whatever. But anyhow, the stock market went up a couple days ago. Hopefully, it stays going up. I guess yesterday, yeah, I gained about. I don't have much in there. But I gained about $300 yesterday. $200. Yeah, I gained $200 from my little measly money that's in there. It went up 200. That's the most it went up since I started it in February. I started it right at the right time when the shit was going down. It's never too late. Really, the S&P 500, even though it takes a dip or whatever, unless there's a total market crash, those top 500 companies, even if one or two or even 200 of them go down, the other 300 are going to hold it so it doesn't go too far down, unless all 500 are going down or majority, like 400 of them, go under. Yeah. You might lose some money, but you're not going to lose all of it unless something really drastic happens. Yeah. And every year, I mean, you look at back, it goes drops like 2000, the dot-com bubble. I hate talking about finance, but anyhow, if you look at the graph, I don't know if they were around 2000, but 2008 when the market dropped, some other year dropped a little bit. 2020 to 2022, of course, dropped. And then, of course, this year dropped. But it's on the rebound now. And it only dropped. I mean, they're going to say, oh, no. Well, it only dropped. I mean, yeah, people who made all those big gains last year pretty much lost them because all those gains, it went back down to where it was like last April of last year or last June or whatever. So about 7 months worth of your gains kaputs. But, it's going to go right back up. It'll get back higher than that, Don't worry, people. I'm not sure if that was thunder or what. Yeah, good beer. I didn't grade it. Shit. Not my favorites. I mean, I do like some Dortmunders. The couple that I've had, I like them. This one's a little bit different because of that honey sweet maltiness in there. But for what it is, I give it a straight up B and a swallow. All beers are good. They just vary in goodness. And German beers are pretty much all good, varying in pretty good goodness. Most of them. I'm not going to say all German beers, but if you want a regular lager, some type of lager style, Bock, Schwarzbier, Pilsner, Doppelbock, freaking every think of lager style you can think of, German, yeah. Except for adjunct lager. Oh, Betsy. Damn, what's up with this? And that microphone picks up so good. Let me turn that gain down. Jesus. I need a better table where my legs aren't hitting the legs on the table. It's horrible. I have to keep my legs like almost closed, crushing my gonads, to not hit these little legs here. They're about that wide apart, So I got my legs, maybe not that wide, but that wide. So I got my legs, So I try to relax, let my legs flay out a little bit and hit the table and you get that squeaking and shaking and a whole lot of shaking going on. I watched Hawk the Slayer earlier. Didn't watch the whole movie. One of my favorite movies from my youths, early 80s, a sci-fi, medieval, sword and sorcery type movie. Yeah, it was kind of low budget. I think they should have remade it, actually, made it a lot better. Because the dwarf isn't really like a dwarf. It's just some guy that's like 5'3". And the giant isn't really a giant. I mean, the guy might be 6'8", 6'10", who knows, big guy, but not a giant. And the crow, or his name's the crow. His name is Crow the elf. He talks like a damn robot. He's like, I'm ready. I was like, damn, can they just make him talk normal? Because back then they tried to make But what I really liked about his character, especially when I was a kid, anything you see an elf in back in those days, from the 60s, 70s up to the early 80s, elves were like fairyish, kind of feminine. Look at or Santa Claus, little tiny elves like this tall, and even like Lord of the Rings, the animated one back in the late 70s. What's his name? Legolas in the cartoon, the animated movie, smiling all the time. Hey, Gandalf. Hey, happy-go-lucky elves. That was the first elf that was killing people. Didn't have no happiness with them. Only thing bad about him was his voice and the way he talked like a robot. I don't care. I'm gonna, that's the only thing bad about it. Yeah. But when I was a kid, I was like, wow, this is a fucking elf. This elf is badass. Back then. And then they had the one-handed man. They say his name a couple times in the movie. I can't remember his name, but the nuns say his name. He's got one hand with a crossbow. The old man. Then of course Hawk has the sword with the hand with a green glowing crystal, kind of like Jedi-ish. He's like could make the sword fly to him. And then the witch lady. But spoiler alert: Hawk survives. The giant survives. I think Hawk and the Giant. And then Crow is hurt, but the nuns are going to take care of him, the elf. But the dwarf died, I believe, and the old man with the hand missing, he died also. But it made it end like it might be a sequel. So I was like waiting for years for the fucking sequel of that movie. It never came about. Oh well. Hawk the Slayer. Check it out. The music is kind of funky too, because it's kind of like disco, sci-fi-ish medieval music. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, not too bad of a beer. Oh, we got one viewer, one comment. Thank you very much. Freaky Freaks, hey, thanks for watching, Freaky Freaks. Man, I don't know why this thing's zoomed out. Hey, it's been a while. Yeah, Jammer just got back from Italy, I think Saturday, or he was supposed to be here today, but he got sick. I think he got the same sickness as the Pope because he came back from Italy and within a day or two of coming back, he was sick. So he couldn't be on today because of the Italian sickness. Just joking though. Yeah, so no Jammer today. Maybe be back on next week. I was all ready too. I asked here. I'll even show it. Well, I won't show that because it's private Facebook. But I messaged him. Where the hell was it? Yeah, what time was that? Oh, I saw him. That was 9:00 last night. Okay, I was like, man, you woke up early for work. And then this morning, I messaged him. About 6:00 in the morning. Hey, hope you're feeling better. Are you up for beer reviews today? Because he said he's going to do them today originally. He goes, hopefully he feels better by today. So I said 6 a.m. If you're sick, you might as well take the day off. Let me know. I'll start earlier at 6:06 a.m. He doesn't get off work till about 7 a.m. And then said something else about the beer review. And then finally at 9:34 a.m., he told me he's not going to be able to do the beer reviews. I was like, man, I would have started a hell of a lot earlier. Yeah, he probably did drink too much over there. He was drinking. I mean, he sent me a couple of pictures when he was in France. He had a couple of beers in England also. So maybe he did drink too much. Could have been that French beer made him sick. Yeah, but I guess he had a good time. No, he did send me a message though one time. I think when he was in France. He sent me a voice message. He's like, yeah, everything's going okay, but it's been a handful, because he's with all women. So he's with his wife and his mother-in-law, and then his sister, and like 2 or 3 of his sister's friends. Freedom beers, yeah. But I don't know why this. Maybe. Oh, I think I know why. Anyhow, yeah. So he says been a handful, but he's been having fun. So I think he was with too many women. Man, that'd be horrendous. I wouldn't know what to do with like 5 or 6 women traveling with 5 or 6 women. That'd be horrible. But I think after that trip, he didn't really talk to me too much about it. But I think after that trip, I think he's gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna travel with a smaller party. It's just gonna be my wife next time, or yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he probably had to sacrifice. He probably would. It's a good thing women were traveling with him because he probably would have been drinking more actually. So it's a good thing all these women and his wife were traveling with him because he probably drank less than he would have. But yeah, I guess he had a good time. I don't like traveling like that. I mean, I think it was like 3 nights in each location, 3 days, 3 nights, or maybe 4 days and a couple other locations. I don't know. England, France, and Italy. London, Paris, Rome. If I could go somewhere like that, I'd rather just go to Italy, get a car, and travel around. Okay, I'm going to go to Rome for a day. Now we're going to go to Naples. Now we're going to go to Venice. Just different places. Just travel around the whole country, by car or train. Matter of fact, somebody my mother knows went to Italy and they did something where they traveled around in a train or something or some crap. I don't know. You probably tell me about that, freaky freaks. Yeah, this is a Dortmunder. Not bad. I'll tell you what, I did have a couple rough Dortmunders. That Hansa Dortmunder me and Jammer did years ago, and the Shiner, which is Shiner Brewing in Texas. They had a Dortmunder that we did about 10 or 11 years ago, and that was good, but it's kind of harsh also. So, yes, let's get this down and get to the next one. I should be talking about Jammer's personal business on the channel, but what the hell? If he's here in spirit, I'm going to talk about it, right? He's not watching anyhow. He can't watch. But that'll do it for this one. I got 2 stouts, a double IPA, maybe I think. I can't remember what kind of IPA it is, and a sour. I'm not. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do the IPA next, or maybe I'll do one of the stouts. And in case I get to number 5, I'll save the other stout for last. Yeah, you'll have to hook up a camera and get on here with us. And then maybe we get Jammer Fan back on also. We did a special short video for Jammer Fan the other day. That was pretty good. The love story for Jammer Fan and his girl Julia. Jammer's #1 fan. He liked it. I think he said it called us chicken fuckers when he saw the video. All right, well, Shag Dog Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Freaky Freaks, thanks for hopping in. Going to close this one out and get right to the next one. Might be about 5 or 10 minutes. And we'll see you on the next one, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Hey, if you find it, Ayinger Jahrhundert Bier. I'm probably saying that wrong, but yeah, check it out. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.